Welcome to Elevate Springfield, where we will dive into strategies and stories that help you rise to your full potential. Each episode, we'll talk about how you can take intentional steps to elevate your life and your business while making a meaningful impact on those around you. Along the way, we're going to bring in the change makers from our community that are already elevating. We'll bring the actionable strategies, you bring the discipline and follow through, and together we can elevate Springfield.
All right, let's go, Springfield. Time to 10x your day, 10x your life, 10x all of it. And that includes Springfield, y'all. You are listening to the Elevate Springfield podcast. Robert Ferriell here, certified 10x coach, speaker, and mentor, here to bring you actionable strategies. You bring the discipline and follow through, and together we're going to elevate Springfield. You are listening to your weekly battle plan here on Elevate Springfield, where every Sunday we're going to give you ways to control time, ways to create time, and some things that we encourage you add to that battle plan. We're going to get right to it after the break.
Looking for expert tree care with hometown integrity? Look no further than Sangamon Tree Service. They're your trusted local pros, delivering quality workmanship, exceptional customer service, and fair, honest pricing every time. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, their team brings professionalism and care to every job, big or small. Call the name your neighbors trust, Sangamon Tree Service, or visit them today at sangamontreeservice.com. Sangamon Tree Service, rooted in quality, built on trust.
Hey everybody, welcome into your weekly battle plan, brought to you by our friends over at Sangamon Tree Service, your local tree experts. Hey, anything you need tree-wise, give Chad and his team a shout. They will take great care of you. So as always on this segment, we're talking about time, how we can create time, how we can control time. You know, in 10X, we talk about controlling and creating time and dominating time rather than simply trying to manage it. So as we've talked before, most people don't have a time problem. You know, we all have the same amount of time in each and every day, the same 24 hours. It's what we do with it that matters. Most people don't have a time problem. They have a priority problem. Remember, we've talked about, hey, typically when somebody says they don't have enough time for it, the more truthful answer would be, it is not a priority right now, right? Because if something's a priority, we will create time for it. We've talked about how balance is really a lie. We've talked about how we can create and control time to be obsessed in all areas of our life. And we've talked about how urgency can create time for you by compressing time. So we've talked about your daily battle plan and turning that into a weekly battle plan. Hopefully everybody is doing that. It is a great tool for you to help control time. We've talked about doing a time study, tracking that time every second of the day for a full day and full week, really, for that matter, to see where you are spending your time, where we can cut some of the fluff, right? Some of those distractions that are preventing you from reaching your goals. So today, let's dig in a little bit more. We want to talk here in a few minutes about creating time via people. See, most people dilute their time. And by diluting their time, I mean multitasking without intention, letting distractions kind of masquerade as breaks, saying yes to things that don't move the needle, and confusing activity with productivity. See, in 10X, we want to compress time. We want to do in an hour what other people would stretch into 4. Because when you compress time, you create that pressure. There's no drifting. There's no half commitment. There's no I'll circle back later, because speed creates clarity. Like we've talked before, waiting doesn't make decisions better. It can make them heavier, right? So make decisions quickly and try to compress as much as you can into a short amount of time. We've talked about that, the first or second segment we did this weekly battle plan, that when you do that, it creates this pressure. You'd be surprised how much you can do in an hour, and quite frankly, it becomes a little bit of a game to you too, because you want to beat what you did last time. So speed creates clarity. Try to jam as much as you can into short amounts of time. So let's talk just for a minute about efficiency, right? That's one way to control time. We can become more efficient using better tools. There's a lot of technology out there to help us become more efficient, to take away some of those low-value activities, right? But outside of tools you can use, you can become more efficient by having fewer choices, having clear standards. Repetition creates efficiency, and having non-negotiable schedules. That's why my morning routine is non-negotiable. It creates an efficient morning for me and gets everything done that I need to get done every single morning. So some of those non-negotiable schedules could include, same wake-up time every day, regardless of whether you're working that day or not, or what you have going that day. Same workout window, similar work blocks, same priorities, things like that, right? Because wasted energy equals wasted time. So if you can create some clear standards, repetition, some non-negotiable schedules, you're not going to waste that energy, and therefore you're not going to waste time. See, a lot of times people aren't inefficient just because they're being lazy. Sometimes that's the case. We're all lazy at some point. But a lot of times they're inefficient because they're constantly renegotiating their own commitments. What should I do today? Do I really feel like working? Do I really feel like doing this today? Hey, maybe I'll do it later. If you have a non-negotiable schedule, if you have clear standards, that's not a question. Those are already decided, and you already know you're going to do it. And don't forget, we can create time by cutting comfort, because comfort slows urgency. Urgency creates momentum, and momentum creates efficiency. So cutting the comfort is another way to create time. Some of those comfort things might look like, hey, leaving a little bit early, saying, I'll do it tomorrow, making sure you're protecting your weekends at all costs and not working, right? Avoiding difficult conversations, stopping what you're doing just because you're tired instead of the job actually being done. Comfort creates time scarcity because, again, comfort slows urgency, but urgency creates momentum, and momentum creates efficiency. So in 10X, we talk a lot about you're going to have to be obsessed and uncomfortable for seasons at least if you want to get to the other side of that goal, right? So it's a lot better to work, 12 to 15 highly focused hours for a short season than spreading that out over months and months and months and taking much longer than you should have on it. So second, we're talking about compressing time. Another way to compress time, like we've mentioned before, is through massive action. Most people underestimate how long things take, how hard success actually is, and how much action is required to actually get anything done. So they move slowly, carefully, and this wastes time. So take the 10X action, shorten the timeline, overcommit, figure it out, and move before you feel ready. These are all ways that you can compress time because it eliminates overthinking. Speed exposes problems quicker, and volume creates efficiency. You don't become efficient by being perfect. You become efficient by doing enough reps to eliminate the friction. So get into that 10X massive action mode. And don't forget, like we've talked before, do the most important thing first. A lot of times this could be the hardest thing. Do it with intensity. Do it until it's done. Then move immediately to the next priority. No drifting, no waiting for motivation, no protecting mediocre goals. Act with speed, act with obsession, and create some time for yourselves, y'all. So another thing I want to talk about today, just briefly, is one great way to create time is through people. We've talked a lot about how when you scale a business, you scale a business through people. In 10X, we talk about buying your time back. That's a way to control time through people. Time is more valuable than money. Remember, time's the only thing we do not get back. Money is cheap, time is not. We can always make more money. So how do we buy time back? Unfortunately, many of us like to do everything ourselves in an effort to save money. This is on the personal side, and a lot of us business owners do that, especially early on, because we try to save as much as we can and do every little thing we can ourselves. But to really move the needle, you should spend money to remove yourself from low value tasks. Instead of asking, how can I save money? Start asking, how can I buy my time back? So an example of this, and it might be a little bit on the extreme side, but hey, if you could make $5,000 an hour doing a high dollar activity, right? A high value activity, why would you be doing something that you could pay somebody $20 an hour to do, right? Now that's an extreme example, but maybe you take it into, hey, if you could be making in your business by you doing your high value activities $100 an hour or $200 an hour, why would you be doing the tasks that you could pay somebody $15 to $25 an hour to do? That mindset shift alone can be pretty powerful. Again, instead of how can I save money, it's how can I buy my time back? So to do this, you have to really obsess over what your high value activities are. What are the ways that you're going to be able to make money, make an impact, multiply reach, create leverage, those things that really move the needle for you personally or professionally. Then everything else, let's delegate, let's automate, or eliminate. Now, when we're talking about delegating, that could be to a person. Automating, that could be through tools. There's a lot of AI tools out there right now that would help with this, or just completely eliminate it. So this might mean you are buying capability and speed through assistants, maybe sales teams, managers, marketing folks, legal and financial experts, stuff like that, right? Because when you have other people taking care of that stuff, you can be multiple places at once, right? And eventually you get to the point, because when you're scaling your business, small operations require constant attention from you. But once you have large systems run whether you are there or not. And this is through scaling through people. Now, what this also means, we talk a lot in 10X about saying yes. This is the flip side of that. You have to be able to say no to things that don't move the needle. This is another way you can buy back some of your time. Saying no to low-impact meetings, saying no to draining conversations, and saying no to distractions disguised as opportunities. Because yes, we want to say yes to a lot of stuff, but yeses cost time. Every no can protect time. So fill your calendar intentionally and not reactively. So how are you treating your time? Remember, you can buy time back by spending money strategically through people. You can delegate aggressively. You can scale intentionally and focus only on what really moves the needle. So the question you should ask today, and the question I would encourage you to ask, instead of, hey, how do I manage my time better? It's what can I eliminate, delegate, or buy so I can get my time back? Because true success in the long run isn't about being busy. It's about being free. Well, hope that helps y'all, whether you own a business or not. We all need to control our time. We'll be back after the break. Hey, Springfield, when it comes to reliable, high-quality roofing, you don't want to leave things to chance. That's why you should reach out to Acosta Angeli Roofing, your local roofing expert, serving Springfield and surrounding communities. From quick, dependable repairs to full replacement, from residential to commercial, they are your trusted pros. Call them today at 217-993-2748 or visit their website to book your free quote and inspection. Don't wait. A little leak now could lead to major damage later. Trust the local experts, protect your home, and get peace of mind with Acosta Angeli Roofing.
Well, thank you for joining us today, everybody. Appreciate you making us a part of your day. Hey, don't forget, while you're out on social, check ours out. You can check my personal one out at Robert Ferriell at everywhere. Check out those Elevate Springfield pages, those Big Dog Business Coaching pages as well. Check us out over on YouTube. Give us a subscribe, give us a like or a follow on any of those channels. We would certainly appreciate it. So hey, take what you learned today. You bring the discipline and follow through, and together, that's right, y'all, we're going to elevate Springfield. Be great.
When I first walked into Shudokan Karate Club, I was just looking for a way to get stronger, but what I found was so much more. Here we train in traditional karate, the real stuff, passed down through generations. Every punch, every kata has purpose. I've learned self-discipline, confidence, and how to protect myself. Not just in class, but in real life. It's not about being aggressive, it's about being prepared. This is more than a club, it's a way of life. Join us at Shudokan, traditional, powerful, real. Ki-ai!